Hello everyone and welcome to Fletcher Farms Amarillo. I'm Julie Fletcher. It's amazing to me that today, 1 year ago, a trailer drove down this driveway with 6 rescued Belgian draft horses. I can't believe it's been a year since the original 6 have shown up here on the farm. And Jack the donkey and Ellie and Mabel. It's so crazy to look back at some of the videos of what they were like when they first arrived here, and I laugh too because I think my YouTube videos have come a lot further than what they were from the beginning. But this is just kind of a look back on all the horses and how they're doing now, and it's just been an amazing ride and an amazing adventure so far, and we're so glad that we were able to purchase this property and get all these animals and get them here and make them safe. And we're glad that we were able to get them the medical attention that they needed and dental care and hoof care, and got them on the road to recovery so they can live a life of retirement. And that was our goal all along. So we're super excited to share this video with you and a little bit of update on everyone that's here on the farm and the original 6 that arrived here 1 year ago today.
1 year ago today, we closed on this property of 43 acres just outside of the city limits in Amarillo, Texas. Sitting at the closing table changed our lives forever, and it all started with this little donkey right here. Jack the donkey was the first animal to arrive here at Fletcher Farms Amarillo, and knowing that we needed to find Jack a pasture pal, I started looking online for another donkey for him to be friends with because he couldn't be the only one here, and at this point I hadn't convinced Corey yet that we needed to get some horses.
Is going to be lot number 6310 and 6311 with the Bowie, Texas livestock. This is going to be a whopper of a Jenny donkey pair. Mom's a standard, going to be 5 years old. Nice young donkey, and look at that baby that she's got in her side. He's just going to be about 1 week old.
A friend of mine told me to check out Bowie, Texas livestock for a friend for Jack. I happened to go on there one weekend and found this mama and baby. Their ship to slaughter date was 2 days away from when I found them, originally on the website. So of course that day I called them and purchased them, and Ellie and Mabel were our second and third animals to come to the farm. While we were visiting Ellie and Mabel at the livestock yard, we asked if they ever got any Amish draft horses in, and just at that time, the day before, they had just gotten in 6 Belgian draft horses from an Amish farm in Kentucky. So while we were there, we decided to take a look at them.
This is lot number 6329 with Bowie, Texas livestock. Big stout Belgian mare. She's 16.2 hands tall, gonna be about 15 years old. Now this is the first of a group of 6 Belgians that we got in off of the Amish, and they've all been used as workhorses their entire life. Unfortunately, they use them hard and then they toss them to the side to get younger stock. That's just how it is with them, but that's the reason we have these in. You can see she will be a little bit sore on her front right, but she's a very sweet mare. This is lot number 6330 with Bowie, Texas livestock. Another Belgian mare. She is 17.1 hands tall. She's going to be about 14 years old. Again, the second of 6 Belgians that we got in from an Amish group. They have all been used as workhorses their entire life. So they're here now. They replaced their stock with younger stock, and that's the reason these guys are here, unfortunately. This is lot number 6331 with Bowie, Texas livestock. A super sweet Belgian gelding. He's 17.1 hands tall. This guy is going to be right at 17 years old. Pretty darker coloring to him. We don't normally get that color in here, so definitely a treat. You can see this guy has been driven up until recently. He is shaved. He's got excellent ground manners for these big drafts. Sometimes they can be a little pushy, but this guy right here respects your space. This is lot number 6332 with the Bowie, Texas livestock. This is going to be the 4th Belgian mare that we have in on that group of Belgians that came into us. She's a nice, short, compact built Belgian. So this is lot number 6333 with Bowie, Texas livestock. This is going to be the 5th of those 6 Belgians that came into us. This is a very pretty chestnut Belgian mare. She is 17.3 hands tall. She's going to be 19 years old. This is the tallest one that came in on the group. This mare was again used with the Amish pretty extensively. And they did replace their older stock with some newer stock, and unfortunately that's the reason that this one is This is lot number 6334 with Bowie, Texas Livestock. This is going to be the last of the Belgians that we got in. This guy is super sweet. He's a Belgian gelding, 17.1 hands tall, and he's going to be about 22 years old. This guy's probably the roughest out of all of them. He does have a swollen back left leg. He is going to be, whoa buddy, he's going to be completely blind in his left eye. No vision there at all, and he will have blue in this right eye, so could potentially go blind on that side as well. But irregardless, he's extremely gentle. He is very easy to handle. Another one of those that just kind of wants to hang out with you. He chews you over his horse pals any day.
After meeting all 6 of the Belgian Draft Horses in person, I finally convinced Corey that we needed horses. So my next question was, which ones do you want to take home? And much to my surprise, he said, let's take all 6. All 6 of them came in together, and we didn't want to break up that family. So we ended up that day rescuing all 6 of these Belgian Draft Horses that were going to be delivered to our house the next month. This was the truck that I talked about at the beginning of the video. This was our 6 Belgian Draft Horses, a mama donkey, and a baby. I was so nervous as this truck was coming down the driveway. I had no idea what we were getting into or how to take care of horses or anything like that. But with the help of our vets and everyone that's been on our side, we've made some huge changes for them. My heart was racing at this point. I was so excited to have these horses here and giving them the life that they deserved. This is Cammie coming off the truck, followed by Aline, Charlie, Sophie, Grandpa, and last but not least, Miley. Jack was excited to have some friends on the farm, so he wasn't the only animal. You can kind of see him digging there, and he definitely voiced his opinion. And this was Mama Ellie and baby Mabel getting off the truck as well.
Oh, hi. Hello.
All right, let me get the gate for you.
When I first started this channel, I did get a lot of flack from people wanting to know why I was supporting the kill lots. And honestly, I wasn't supporting the kill lots. I was supporting saving lives. And that's what I've always wanted to do, is save as many animals as I possibly can. And this year, there's going to be an announcement made later on this year on things that we're going to do around here and how we're going to try and help that and save as many lives as we possibly can. So Fletcher Farms has always been about me wanting horses and Corey saying no, and then finally agreeing to rescue Belgian draft horses that have been worked their entire lives on Amish farms, just to be tossed to the side and neglected. And I don't want that for any horse, and that's part of the reason why we've rescued these animals and the certain types of animals that we've rescued. All of these animals were starved, neglected, underweight, had medical conditions, and we brought them here to Fletcher Farms Amarillo to give them the life that they deserve and a retirement that they deserve with the proper medical care and dental care and hoof care that they needed. None of these horses got dental care ever, probably throughout their entire lives, and a lot of them had problems eating. So when they got here, they were starved because they couldn't chew properly and couldn't eat. And obviously with Charlie had a choking condition. So who only knows what all these horses went through in their time that they were on another farm somewhere else. So we're giving them a chance, a second chance at life to live and just be horses, and that's been our goal all along. So out of the original 6, this is Sophie. She was one of the mares. That's baby Mabel. So that tells you anything about how far we've come. That's baby Mabel. She's a big, full-grown donkey and a year old. Pretty exciting, but this is Sophie's. And next to Sophie, of course, is Miley, because they are best friends. And it's so crazy to look back at pictures of them from when they were, how they were. They've gained so much weight with the proper nutrition and health care. They have shiny coats. And there's the donkey that started it all. If it wasn't for Jack and me finding him on Craigslist, available for adoption, I don't know if this farm would be the same. That's what brought us to this adventure and in this journey of rescuing these animals and trying to make a change and a difference in their lives. And if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have little baby Madison over there. She's so spunky. She's Jack and Ellie's baby, at least we think so. But if it wasn't for finding Jack, we wouldn't have everyone we have here today on the farm. So we're super excited that they're all here and healthy and being able to live a life of retirement. The grown-up baby Mabel, she's all grown up now. She's still super sweet, loves to play, plays ball with Jack. And after, if you didn't see her video, she had a problem with her eye a couple weeks ago, but her eye is all healed up and she's doing phenomenal. We did actually put Jack and Ellie and Mabel all into a pen together, and they did really well together.
If you're new to our channel, little baby Madison right here was born 2 weeks ago here on our farm. She was quite a surprise. We weren't expecting another baby, but we're super excited to have her here, and she is the spunkiest little thing. This was a cute, tender moment that I caught between baby Madison and Mabel. Mabel came over and sniffed her, and they touched noses, and it was just a super sweet moment, so I thought I'd include that in this video for you. This was a few minutes later. Ellie, Mabel, and Jack were all eating together, and baby Madison was just standing there. So it's really great that we got to integrate them and that everything went well.
This is what it's like here on the retirement farm. That's Freya laying down. She wasn't part of the original 6, but Cammy and Aline were. Cammy has a problem with her pastern bone, so we were able to get her the medical attention that she needs and the medication that she needs to live a semi-pain-free life. She still limbs on her front leg, but every 6 months we take her to get a steroid injection in that joint, and it really helps her. So we did actually take her for a steroid shot a few weeks ago, so I'll have a video on just that. But this is Cammy.
And this was a couple minutes before I started shooting this video. Cammy is over here laying down. When she gets tired, she takes naps too, and she's actually dreaming, and her little tongue is sticking out.
They recommended that we euthanize her because of her leg and all the pain that she was in, but let me tell you, she is not in pain, and when she wants to move, she moves. And then this is Aline. She is our alpha mare, the bossy one, and definitely probably one of the horses that has changed the most. Just an absolutely gorgeous horse. She's 17.3 hands tall, and I can't tell you how much she weighs, but she is a big girl. She has definitely put on a lot of weight, and she's healthy. We got her teeth done and the proper hoof care and everything that she needed, and she's living a great life now, bossing everyone around and being the alpha mare and taking care of all the horses. So we're just so glad that all these horses can have a life of retirement and everything that they need. And there's Charlie. Yeah, you better spit out the big stuff. Charlie is one of the geldings that came with the original 6 horses. He's my big man. He's always right in the camera, and it's usually impossible to film him unless he's eating, because he does this. But Charlie had a choking condition. The first week we had him here, he choked on some alfalfa that he was eating. And we took him down to the vet, they got the choke cleared, and then a couple weeks later he choked again. And we found out that Charlie can't eat hay, actual hay from a bale or a square bale or a round bale or anything like that. Charlie needs to be on an all mash diet, so that's what we keep him on. And he's the most beautiful boy. He's so special. Absolutely love him. He's really hard to film though because he just walks right into the camera every single time. After his 3rd choke, we had a scope done on Charlie and found out that he has an abnormal esophagus. And basically what that means is there's little parts in his throat that don't completely close all the way, and he chokes on hay that gets stuck in there. So Charlie is on an all mash diet, and we got him on the road to recovery, and he gained a bunch of weight because he was really underweight as well. But he does pretty good so far. We've been testing this theory out for a little while now to see if he can eat grass as opposed to eating actual hay from a bale. He's doing pretty well on the pasture stuff out here, but he does spit it out if it's too big, so that's a good thing. But this is Charlie. He is our gelding. He's my special boy, and he's AKA Charlie Waffles. I know. And we're gassy. That's rude, not on camera. And then the other horse that I haven't talked about was Grandpa. If you haven't been following our story or don't know anything about Grandpa, he was in the worst shape out of all the horses. He had a cut on his back leg. He also had swelling in that back leg. Didn't know what that was coming from. He still got around okay. He was blind, and completely blind in his left eye and going blind in his right eye. But 2 weeks after Grandpa got here, he colicked, and he colicked really bad. We took him to the vet, and they got him treatment, but there was nothing that they could really do for him due to his condition that he was in and his age. He wasn't responding to medications or treatment or anything for colic, so Corey and I made the most difficult decision, and we said goodbye to Grandpa. If you didn't see his update video, I will put a link in the description below, but Grandpa and Corey had a bond that was absolutely amazing, and the reason that we got all 6 of them was because Corey really bonded with Grandpa, and saying goodbye to him was really, really hard. So we did say goodbye to Grandpa, and we gave him the best 2 weeks of his life that we possibly could. These are some pictures of Grandpa and the time that he was here on our farm. So Sophie overall is healthy. She had a problem with her eye a couple weeks ago, so I'll do a separate video on that. But Sophie's always been healthy. She has a little bit of arthritis in her back, left leg. Back left leg. But she gets around pretty well. She does take some medication for that, for inflammation and help. She takes Previcox. And so does Anna and Cammie. Everyone's kind of on Previcox here at the old folks home. But these girls are thriving and living a life that they deserve. What you doing, Cammie? What you doing, big girl? Last time she was at the vet, she weighs 1,820 pounds. I know, don't talk about your weight. It's private. Yeah. I know, you want pets, don't you? Yeah.
And this is Miley. Out of the herd, she is the smallest horse that we have here on the farm. She's still 15 or 16 hands tall. She's in good health. And during her dental, we found out that she has 2 extra molars. So we get those taken care of every couple months to make sure that those are filed down and she's eating properly. After the horses eat dinner, they get turned out into the big pasture for the evening. They can come back into the paddock area or the barn if they want to, but for the most part, they stay out in the pasture. This is some of the video that I took today. I usually try to go and take a walk with the horses every night, and this was some of the video that I took from this afternoon.
But it's just so amazing to me to see their changes and how far that they've come, and to see that they're enjoying life. And that's That's what this farm was supposed to be all about from the beginning, was to give these old Amish Belgian draft horses a retirement that they deserve, since they were literally all worked to the bone. But all the horses 1 year later are doing so well, and we're so glad that they're here on the farm and that they're enjoying their retirement, and it's just exciting to have them all here. And I'm so glad that we're able to share our journey with you and our story. So much has happened this year. We also started making goat milk soap, and all the profits from our goat milk soap does go to support all the animals here on the farm. So if you haven't tried our soap, go over to our website at FletcherFarmsAmarillo.com and check out all the soaps that we have available. And if you're here locally in Amarillo, we are going to be at Hugo's Market on February 25th from 10 to 4 at their vendor show. Super excited to see everyone out there. Hope you all can make it and check out our soaps and some other things that we have coming up too. We're going to expand our goat milk line, so I'm excited to share that with you as well. If you followed our journey, thank you so much. And if you're a first-time watcher, thank you so much for watching this video and learning about our horses that we rescued 1 year ago today. Still blows my mind that time has gone by so fast. So thank you all again for watching. We truly appreciate your support, and stay tuned for more updates. We've had vet visits and dogs and what else? Donkeys, baby donkeys being born, and lots going on here. So stay tuned, and we'll keep you up to date with everything that's going on here around the farm. And again, thank you so much for watching. We truly appreciate your support.